Hello everyone, this is Jess from the Estevan Public Library, and this week is Mental Health Week. So today we'll be learning how to make self-care kits. Now, self-care is much more than just treating yourself after a long day. It's something that you do every day, like washing your face, or going for a walk, or even calling your friends. Self-care includes taking care of all of your needs, including physical, mental, and emotional needs. Practicing self-care daily can help maintain a healthy relationship with yourself, as well as reduce the psychological and physical effects of stress. Now, I know that some days it's hard to meet all of your needs, or some days you just forget one or two things. This is where a self-care kit can come in handy. Now, self-care kits can be created or used to be part of your daily routine, or you can make an emergency kit when you need a little extra care. Self-care is unique to each person, so while I'll be showing you items that I would add to my own kit, as well as recommending some items in the video description below, you can create your self-care kit and to include whatever you would like. For my self-care kit, I'm going to be adding items from different areas of self-care, including physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and social needs. I'm also adding some items to help me feed my senses. While I'm adding items that focus on all of these areas, you can create your kit however you like, including adding items that only focus on a couple areas of self-care. Before we gather our items, we first need a container to put them in. I'll be using this basket, but you really can use anything, including bags or even cardboard box that you decorated. Physical self-care is something most people practice every day. By taking care of your physical body, you keep yourself healthy and you can help improve your mental state. For my kit, I'm going to be adding some hand lotion, a face mask, some multivitamins, and a granola bar. Emotional self-care doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. Recognizing and naming your emotions can help reduce the intensity of negative emotions and make them more manageable. For my emotional self-care, in my kit, I'm going to be including a book of poems and a journal to journal my thoughts in. Whether you consider yourself spiritual or not, spiritual self-care is about getting in touch with your values, your beliefs, and who you are. For my kit, I'm going to be including this devotional, and I've also added a list of places I'd like to volunteer in this journal, so they're easy to reach. Intellectual self-care is about keeping your mind sharp and active by engaging with puzzles or by being creative. For my kit, I'm going to be adding some yarn and a case of crochet hooks, some printed coloring pages and some puzzles, along with some pencil crayons, and a small puzzle. Our social needs are a little trickier to fit into a self-care box. Social self-care is recognizing the people who make up our support system and help us when we need them. It can also include reaching out and visiting with friends and family, which can improve both your day and theirs as well. For your kit, you can add little reminders either on your phone or on paper to call some friends and family, but you can also add some mementos. I'm adding some cards that friends and family have sent me, as well as some old photographs. Another thing I like to add to my self-care kits are sensory items. Feeding your senses can help you feel more present in the moment, as well as help you figure out what you need. Sometimes you're just hungry or just need something to do. So for my self-care kit, I focus on each of the 5 senses. For sight, I'm going to include some movies, and for taste, I'm going to include some chocolate and some tea. I'm also going to add my favorite mug to drink tea out of. For touch, I'm going to add some cozy socks. And for sound, I have an old iPod Touch and some headphones that include my favorite playlists. For smell, I'm going to add some scented candles. Once you've gathered all your items you want to add to your self-care kit, store it in an easy-to-reach place so you can pull it out anytime you need it. If you do add perishable items to your self-care kit, do be careful and check on them often to make sure they don't go bad. Also remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's important to keep yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. Thank you all so much for joining me for this week's Take a Make. Though this wasn't a craft, I have left a list of recommended items to help you get started with your own self-care kit, as well as some links to resources if you want to learn more about self-care and mental health. I hope you can all join me for our next Take a Make, but until then, take care.